Imagine this. You are walking into a room filled with people, their eyes shifting toward you, their expressions unreadable. Your mind instantly starts calculating. Are they judging you? Are they impressed? Indifferent? The weight of perception presses down, shaping your every move, every word. But what if I told you that this pressure, this invisible force dictating your actions, is nothing more than an illusion? And what if you could break free from it? The secret lies in understanding a truth so unsettling, so liberating, that most people spend their entire lives avoiding it. No one is thinking about you as much as you think they are. The psychological phenomenon behind this is called the spotlight effect. It is the illusion that we are at the center of everyone's attention when, in reality, people are far too preoccupied with their own thoughts, insecurities, and concerns to truly scrutinize every move we make. This realization can either be terrifying or empowering, depending on how you use it. Think back to the last time you replayed an embarrassing moment in your head over and over again. Maybe you stumbled over your words in a conversation, or mispronounced a simple name, or laughed at the wrong moment. You convinced yourself that others noticed, that they remembered, that your mistake was imprinted in their minds. But here's the truth. They forgot. Just like you forget when others make small mistakes. The human brain is self-absorbed by nature. We are all the protagonists of our own stories, and while we assume we are constantly being watched, judged, and analyzed, the reality is far less dramatic. Understanding this is not just about relieving social anxiety, it is about reclaiming power. Imagine how different your life would be if you stopped filtering every action through the lens of other people's opinions. If you spoke freely, moved confidently, and made choices based on your desires rather than external expectations. This is not about recklessness. It is about self-mastery. The most powerful individuals in history have one thing in common. They are unaffected by the opinions of the masses. Take, for example, Friedrich Nietzsche's concept of the Übermensch, the superior individual who rises above herd mentality. The Übermensch does not seek validation, does not conform for the sake of acceptance, and does not waste energy on the trivial concerns of the crowd. They understand that true strength lies in detachment from the fear of judgment. And what is judgment if not an illusion? Let's go deeper. Why do we crave validation in the first place? Evolutionarily, being accepted by the group meant survival. Rejection meant danger. This instinct remains deeply ingrained in our psyche. Social approval triggers the brain's reward system, making us feel safe, included, and worthy. But in modern society, where survival is no longer linked to tribal acceptance, this wiring can become a prison. We trade authenticity for approval, our true desires for socially acceptable ones. And in doing so, we surrender control over our own lives. Consider the greatest thinkers, innovators, and revolutionaries. Those who changed the course of history. Did they seek permission before challenging norms? Did they hesitate before breaking conventions? No. They understood something the average person does not. The crowd is fickle. One day, it praises. The next, it condemns. Living for external validation is like trying to build a fortress on shifting sands. This brings us to a crucial point. Mastering perception does not mean ignoring it. The goal is not to become oblivious to social dynamics, but to control them. Influence, power, and respect do not come from chasing approval, but from commanding presence. The paradox is this: the less you seek validation, the more people are drawn to you. Confidence, true confidence, is magnetic. It signals that you are self-sufficient, that you do not need the crowd's approval to function. And in a world where most people are desperate to be seen, the one who remains unfazed holds the greatest power. Here's the challenge. The next time you find yourself hesitating, wondering how others perceive you, ask yourself, does it matter? Will this moment define your life? Will their opinions change your reality? The answer is almost always no. And with that realization, you unlock a level of freedom that few ever achieve. The world belongs to those who are not afraid to walk through it unapologetically. So step forward, not as a performer seeking applause, but as a force that moves regardless of who is watching. Because the truth is, no one is watching as closely as you think. And that is your greatest advantage.